Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Scream difficulty of the, full power battle against Dyspo. Now, full disclaimer, I had to kind of switch from some free-to-play units here. Honestly, it was just a bit too challenging. The units just kept dying, which is kind of the number one problem you always tend to have when you're taking on Scream. The AI starts to really bunk out, especially when you have high levels of damage, like during the AoE phases and things like that. The units just start taking too much damage, and this really just causes some problems. So I switched in Jiren for basically the purple Goku from the Universe 7 Let's Go event, and I switched in Frieza and Goku for the Ultimate Gohan. Now, it wasn't super ideal. Obviously, in an ideal world I would be running only free-to-play units, but yeah, it was fine. At the end of the day, it worked out fine. It was okay. I think, honestly, I would have liked things to be a little bit better, but at the same time, I can't really complain too much. I think, for the most part, it was all a fairly straightforward kind of situation. Now, of course, the real kind of bummer when it comes to these things at the end of the day is just eventually you do get overwhelmed by the need to have the summonable units. So yeah, I try to always make it as easy as possible, but when you're getting to Scream difficulty and things like that, the only real suggestion I can make is use the summonable units if you have them. Otherwise you should be fine. Now, if you're still struggling, especially since the extreme unit is pretty difficult to get with the like they come from summons and that, you must just use a purple extreme unit. That's realistically the only big advice I can give you. A purple extreme unit will at least cover you for the most part to be in a solid situation. Again, it's not going to make or break your run, but they'll last a little bit longer, at least to give you the first big rising rush, which traditionally is what everyone kind of wants. Like, you need that first big rising rush to be able to essentially take out the opposition. And I think you definitely need it to have a good look at the opposition. But again, it's just going to depend on how lucky you get, because if your units don't survive, if they commit suicide, if they throw themselves into the wave, if they get a bit kamikaze with it, then, or kamehameha kamikaze with it, then they can end up really struggling, and you won't do a lot of damage because your all-out attacks, your rising rush, all those things take damage or do less damage if you have less people. So that is the only real kind of negative. Obviously, beyond that, I think for the most part you should be fine, but again, it's just going to depend a little bit on like how well you manage everything, and just basically if you can get a little bit lucky. It might take a couple runs to get a little bit of that luck you need to really clear the event. But yeah, that's basically it, and that covers all of the extreme fights, I guess. At the end of the day, that covers all of the extreme kind of sessions, basically everything you need to know. Obviously, beyond that, there's really not too much else that I can say, except for obviously I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was able to help you out. Bye.